3 months have passed since the last events. Clark's in Metropolis and still wears the red ring. He steals money from the bank and then buys a car. He goes with the girl to a club. When he leaves, his chest hurts, and we then see the mark burning. When he takes off the ring, it stops. He then phones his mother, who begs him to come home, but he puts the ring back on. During a bank robbery, Clark enters with a bike. He's shot at but takes out robbers and then steals the money. Outside, he's surrounded by police who start shooting at him. He fires back, the car explodes, and he's gone. Chloe tells Lana that Clark decided to leave. As Clark's sleeping, he's suddenly shot at. He then throws the men. A man by the name of Morgan Edge sent them. He set up the guys at the bank robbery to test Clark. As a crime boss, he wants to work with Clark. He has a job for him when he's ready. Lionel says that Lex has passed away, but he's moving on. He then states that the octagonal shape disappeared after Kent Farm explosion. He wants Chloe to try harder to find Clark. We then see an island. Lex wakes up. He's been stranded there for 3 months. A guy says that he has malaria. He believes that Helen or Lionel set him up. Lionel gives a speech at Lex's memorial. Lana suddenly sees Clark, but he quickly disappears. When Clark gets home, Chloe's there and wants him to return, but he's done with Smallville and everyone else. His chest hurts and he forces Chloe out. The pain vanishes again after removing the ring. Helen claimed that Lex saved her by giving her the last parachute. Lionel hired her to spy on Lex, but didn't want her to murder him. Louis doesn't want Lex to get off the island. Clark has come to the barn and looks at the picture. He then overhears his parents who must sell their farm. Martha's crying. Jonathan reassures her that they will have happy days again. Clark then bumps into a box as he leaves. Martha runs up and yells for his name. Chloe confessed to Lana that she found Clark 2 months ago. Lana gets mad that she didn't tell her. Lana arrives at Metropolis. She tells Clark to come home. When he rejects, she goes with him. When they see that Lex finds a skeleton on the island with a cracked skull, Louis says that it is his dad. He killed him. He then swings at Lex and he runs off. Clark's at the club with Lana. She calls Jonathan and tells him that Clark's in a nightclub called Atlantis in Metropolis. Clark takes away her phone. Jonathan tells him to come home, but he says they're not his parents. Lana's angry with him. Jonathan's going to try to bring Clark home and grabs the disc. Clark came to accept the offer. He needs to disappear. Edge wants Clark to break into Lionel's office to steal something. When they see that Lex is being chased by Louis, they then fight. Lex takes away the machete and kills Lois with it. Amanda suddenly spots him. Lex says that he had no choice, but we then see that there's no one there and he's holding a stick. The man saw his fire, but Lex is convinced that Louis was real. Jonathan comes to the caves but can't find an opening to insert the key. He yells that Clark wasn't ready. When he throws the key, it lights up and floats into the wall. The symbols appear and the bright light hurts Jonathan. Jor-El says that this was Clark's first test. He will help him to retrieve Clark if he's ready to sacrifice something. Clark then breaks in and opens the vault. As he steals the box, Jonathan's there and wants him to come home. He pushes Jonathan away, but he gets up slowly, super speeds at Clark and they fall out of the window.